Greetings, GISD community. This is Dr. Stewart with our Student Spotlight. This afternoon, I have Miss Addysan Pickett with me, 8th grader here at Gainesville Junior High. How you doing, Addysan?
I'm doing good.
I'm going to ask Addysan just a few questions to allow her to share her perspective and her view as a student here at the junior high campus. So, Addysan, tell us a little something about yourself.
Well, my name is Addysan Pickett. I'm finishing up my 4th year here at Gainesville. My dad's a teacher at the Chalmers campus. My brother's in 2nd grade, and my mom is a sales director for Auto Trader and Kelley Blue Book.
Thank you. If you had to choose one word to describe yourself, what would that one word be?
I feel like that one word would be determined, because I put my heart and soul into everything that I pursue.
So being determined, and I definitely get it, focusing on your academics, and you're also an athlete as well, focusing on that time and effort on that. But in your free time, what do you like to do?
Well, I like to be involved in plays, like in Butterfield, and I also like to be in after school activities to make sure I stay busy so I don't lounge all day at home doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. So let's go a little bit deeper into that. So what extracurriculars are you involved in? You mentioned theater over at Butterfield. Mm-hmm. What other extracurricular activities are you involved in?
Right now I'm in the Boys and Girls Club softball. I play volleyball. And next year in high school I'm going to pursue powerlifting so I can become stronger and have an extra insight to what I enjoy.
Okay, awesome. So you mentioned something earlier. You talked about, you're completing your 4th year here in GISD. How has your transition been for you?
At first it was rough, but that's how it always is. And then gradually it became easier and easier to fit in with the crowd.
Mm-hmm. So, being that, this is your last year as a middle school student here at Gainesville Junior High, and now getting ready to transition into what I call the big leagues. Are you excited, nervous? What are your feelings right now?
I'm more excited than nervous because I'm really excited for the fact that the high school has so many more opportunities like extracurricular activities and more academic opportunities and career paths.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it sounds like that you've done your homework. Of course, knowing your mom and your dad, I'm sure they've done their homework and definitely have prepared you or preparing you for what's to come at the high school level. All right. So having been here for the past 2 years, how has middle school is always it's the unknown. You go all the way through elementary school, then you hit middle school, and then you hit high school. How has the past 2 years been for you here at the Gainesville Junior High School?
Overall, it's been a great experience. There have been ups and downs, but that's just how baseball goes.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, of course, next year you'll be in the big leagues at the high school. So this year, 6th graders, of course, will be here as 7th graders, starting that 2-year journey. So if you were to give any advice to a young man or young lady that's transitioning to the junior high, what would that advice be?
I would say take advantage of what you have here. Don't worry about what others think about you or anything, and don't start drama.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we talked about extracurricular opportunities. What are some academic opportunities that you've taken advantage of here at the junior high school?
I've taken advantage of the all honors choices because this year I took all honors classes and I completed 2 high school credits for next year.
And that, I'm telling you, that is priceless. As you get older and, progress up the ladder, that's only going to help you in your schedule as you get older. Provides, additional opportunities for you to take, dual credit classes, coursework over at NCTC. It really kind of opens up your schedule and allows you an opportunity to experience different career paths and et cetera, different coursework, et cetera. Okay, so what is your favorite class and why?
I really don't have a favorite class, but if I were to choose one, I would choose honors history, especially whenever Coach Torres was here. Because Coach Torres, he made his class chill, lively, fun, exciting, and he made sure that every student understood before he moved on to the next subject.
Yeah, Coach Torres has definitely made a huge impact upon our students here at Gainesville Junior High. And of course, we definitely keep him lifted in our thoughts and our prayers as he serves our country overseas. Back to reflecting upon the middle school experience. If there was one thing that you could change, what would that one thing be?
Honestly, I would change the athletic period because honestly, for girls, it's kind of tough waking up in the morning and then going to first period, going to bust your butt off in all the running and all the skills that you're going to have to do. So I feel like that could be a little later in the day instead of like right whenever you get to school.
Well, I can tell you, Addison, you know, as you get ready to transition to high school and having been a former high school principal, you know, there's a more than likely chance at some point during the next 4 years you're still going to have that first period. You know, it kind of goes back and forth. You know, 1 year the boys have first block, 1 year the girls have first block. So you just kind of rotate to kind of even things out amongst the two. Okay, so now as we talk about high school, now I'm really going to ask you to kind of forecast and predict and look into the future. You know, next year you'll be a freshman at Gainesville High School, and I'm telling you, before you know it, you'll be walking across that stage into what I like to call the real world. You know, and at that point, of course, you know, sky's the limit. You know, whether you go to post-secondary education, the armed forces, vocational school, or you're introduced to the real world. What are your plans once you cross the stage at from Gainesville High School?
I plan on enrolling in NCTC to get my core subjects in and get just like the base of education done for college. So whenever I do find the right college for me, I can just go straight into what my career path will be.
Awesome. And I'd say that's a great option to have. You know, having a 2-year college here in our backyard is a huge plus for our students because, you know, the huge misconception is, you know, that first year I have to go as far away from home as possible. Well, college was expensive back when I was in college, and it's gotten even more expensive now. And so it's key that you know, take advantage of those opportunities and take advantage of the saving opportunities when you talk about college. And you know, going to NCTC right here would be a great way to establish your basics, get that out of the way, all the while gives you a little bit of opportunity to research that next move. And definitely prepares you. Dr. Wallace and his staff do a great job of preparing our young men and young ladies for the transition to that 4-year college. So Addison, I wish you the best. I look forward to continuing working with you over the next 4 years and watching you continue to grow as a scholar practitioner here in GISD. Keep on keeping on. Addison, thank you for being with me this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
GISD community, Addysan Pickett.